Hey there everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for joining me here today for another pick a card reading. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Melissa, and the topic that we will be reading on today is your December 2021 love life prediction. So what we'll be doing in today's video is digging into any themes, circling your love life in the month of December, and we'll try to get a breakdown of some specific events, energies, or people of significance that you are encountering as you navigate the month. Keep in mind, keep in mind this is a general reading, so some messages may resonate quite specifically with you while others may not. Use your discernment and your intuition to take what resonates with you and leave behind anything that doesn't. If a portion of the reading doesn't resonate with you, then it's probably a message that's meant for someone else. Also, with this being a prediction-based reading, you guys, you want to keep in mind that energies are always shifting and changing. The future is never set in stone. So if you're seeing something predicted out for you in today's reading, just keep in mind that you have the free will to switch up your actions or react differently, and you can totally create a different outcome for yourself. So bear in mind, energies we're picking up on today are based off of your current energy that you are in as you're viewing this video. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our card selection. We're going to be working with 4 piles today. Starting here on the left, we have pile 1 with some beautiful spirit quartz. I'll zoom that in so y'all can see. For pile 2, we have some rose quartz. Super beautiful. Pile 3, we have some pink Himalayan salt. And for pile number 4, we have some green aventurine. So I would love for y'all to just take a quick moment here to really ground yourself, center your energy, take a deep breath. Think about your love life in the month of December. Go ahead and select the card or the crystal that you're feeling the most intuitively connected to, really making the selection with your intuition versus your eyesight. And once you've made that selection, go ahead and scroll to the description box down below where you will find the timestamp connected to your chosen reading. See you there. Hi there, group number 1. If you all selected the spirit quartz, this will be your December 2021 love life reading. So let's go ahead and get started with your tarot cards. So beginning month energy, we have the 4 of Swords, we have a 3 of Pentacles. Toward the ending of the month here, we have the 10 of Wands reversed, and we have a Queen of Swords reversed. Okay, interesting. I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple oracles, and then we'll dive in. We have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And we have deception here. Okay. So pile number 1. Let me see here. Let's get these in a way that we can all read them. So what I'm seeing for you, pile 1, toward the beginning of the month, I feel like you guys are kind of in a place where you're taking a little bit of a break from love. 4 of Swords is this energy of like, we need to rest and relax. Maybe take our mind off of something, spend some time maybe even in meditation, or really it's just about like relaxing the mind. Maybe some of y'all have been dealing with some fears or anxieties around relationships, or maybe some of you are going through some sort of a healing phase with regard to relationships right now. And with the 3 of Pentacles here being reversed, I feel like there's sort of this vibe of like, we're not really feeling like we want to connect or collaborate with someone. 3 of Coins is typically about like when we're working together on something with a partner, we're exercising teamwork. And I'm feeling like the beginning of the month of December for you guys is more like about you working on yourself. So focusing on the self, focusing on getting your own mind right, focusing on healing versus trying to like repair something with another person. So for some of you, you may already like have someone in mind that you want to connect with as you're viewing this reading. You might be in a relationship right now. Either way, whether you're single or in a relationship during the month of December, I'm seeing like the beginning of the month is heavily focused on healing. We also have stay optimistic about your love life. So this is really an energy of putting out the positive vibes or adapting the mindset of abundance and prosperity when it comes to love, right? It's kind of one of those things where, like, energetically, if you're in a place where you're thinking really negatively about love and you're not really in the best headspace, then that is the type of connection that you're going to attract, or you're going to end up in a place of isolation. So for some of you, if you all are wanting to attract a relationship or attract positivity in your love life into your life, there is a need at the beginning of the month of December to focus on that mindset, the positive mindset, a little bit more. Doesn't mean that you're toxic positivity, where you're totally unrealistic with yourself, but there's a need here, I think, to shift the way you're thinking about love and romance in order to attract what it is that you want into your life. So kind of moving through the middle of the month of December, what I'm seeing for you is, again, it's kind of like 3 of Pentacles reversed, 10 of Wands reversed. It's sort of like this lack of effort that we're putting into something. I feel like with this 10 of Wands reversed, you guys are sort of like throwing in the towel on something. Like you're maybe giving up on something. Or maybe just feeling like, you don't want to be the only one supporting it anymore. So you're releasing it, right? So the good thing about a 10 of Wands is that it's sort of like releasing a burden off of our shoulders, because this is very much an energy where we are like doing it all by ourselves. You know what I mean? So for some of you guys, I do kind of get the sense that there is like a person of significance that you may have on your mind this month, or that you may be kind of dealing with this month on the sidelines, that maybe they haven't been putting in the same amount of effort as you've been putting into the connection, and it's left you feeling really bogged down. And so toward the ending of the month, I'm definitely seeing you guys just sort of like releasing that energy, so that you can feel a little bit better. It's really like this healing is kind of the focal point of your full month ahead, almost trying to just like not only relax your mind, but relax like your body, your soul, your spirit with regard to love. Queen of Swords reversed. So this is an interesting energy, because the Queen of Swords reversed it can be read a couple different ways. I feel like for some of you, this is an energy of like cutting someone off. Queen of Swords reversed can be really cutthroat, like really cutthroat. And with that deception card coming in, this is talking about someone not being themselves. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So it could be for some of you that you're coming to a realization that a person in your life isn't really being honest with you, or they're not being clear with you, right? So we make this decision to maybe cut them off. The Queen of Swords reverse can also just simply be talking about a lack of clarity, right? Like the Queen of Swords is all about clear communication and clear thought with regard to a situation or a person or who we are. And so this can also just be mirroring this energy of deception, where it's like either you guys are coming into love not feeling clear about what you want and who you are, and how you want to show up in relationships, or this is this energy of confusion that we're picking up on from another person. So whether single or in a relationship, the messages can apply. Let's keep going here. We have go slow, take time to get to know each other. So yes, like there definitely does feel like there's an energy of someone here. Like I was definitely picking up on that with a lot of these cards. But I feel like for others of you, if you're not going slow with another person or connecting with another person, I feel like this is sort of what you're reflecting and marinating on, especially toward the beginning of the month with that 4 of Swords, where it's like, let me reflect on maybe some patterns that I've held in the past in connections, and maybe something you guys are identifying is that it's important for you to take your time in love. Maybe in the past, you guys have been a person that kind of like jumps the gun or gets really swept up in the passion of it all. And maybe you're coming to a realization that some of that energy isn't serving you anymore. We also have spiritual lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. Yeah. There's definitely a deeper lesson that you're intended to learn from this relationship. And at the end of your reading, we're going to get some guidance here from these healing cards. So stay tuned for that. We may be able to get more information on this, but I feel like your lesson is having to do with this energy of like taking your time, really making sure that you and your person are being true to who you are, being clear and honest with communication and expectations as well. But I think the cool thing about this, I love that we have stay optimistic about your love life, pile one, because it's like, even though this energy certainly doesn't feel like woo-woo lovey-dovey by any means, The great thing about a spiritual lesson is it helps us to evolve and grow and improve, so that whenever we're ready for the next relationship or a more evolved relationship, we're prepared for it, right? So it's almost like if you are connecting with a person this month, you're getting prepared for the right person through this lesson. Final card, we have the Grim Reaper. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. That's very blunt energy, isn't it? Yeah. So I think there's a realization here with this Queen of Swords reverse that something is needing to come to a conclusion. Maybe we've already learned everything that we are supposed to learn from this, and now it's all about healing and evolving for you. So definitely feels like a month of change and transition with regard to a relationship for a lot of you, pile number 1. So if you're not in a relationship and you're single, this may not be your pile unless you're someone that's still kind of attached to another person. Like maybe you're single, but you're still sort of connected to someone, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and close it out for you, pile number 1. Let's grab just a couple of these Divine Feminine Healing cards to see what guidance or advice Spirit has for you as you're navigating love this month. For pile 1, what do we have for advice? I will not downplay my needs for anyone, standards. Yes, and I think this is beautiful. This is a great lesson, and a lot of us learn this lesson, pile 1, where it's like, you know, it's important for you guys to make sure that you're really clear and standing in your power when you're connecting with people. And, you know, I feel like you guys are probably really compassionate, empathetic people. And a lot of times when you are like this, you're going to attract all sorts of people. Not always you'll attract good, but you'll also attract people that are just drawn to you because of your light. And they may not always have the best intentions, right? Or they may not be evolved enough to really reciprocate energies. So there is definitely this vibe here. A part of this lesson is about learning to stand strong in your standards and feeling like you don't need to compromise. No matter what someone else is going through, like you can be there for them, you can be supportive, but that doesn't mean that you can't also have your standards of expectation for them. Let's get one more. Promise. I will not settle for crumbs. I deserve a great love in this lifetime. Yes. Okay. Your spiritual lesson through this connection, pile number 1, is about knowing what you deserve and standing in your power. You guys definitely are very kind, compassionate, empathetic people. I can feel that just because I just know how some of this energy works. So you all just have to work on really believing that you deserve the absolute best. And that's really tying back to this energy of staying optimistic about your love life, right? You have to really think positive thoughts about it, but really feel and believe it, because the way you're thinking about love and the way you're thinking about your standards are going to impact the way that you feel, which then impacts your behavior, which then impacts your outcome. So if you're on a lower vibration and you're not really thinking and really feeling and believing that you deserve the absolute best in love, then you're not going to attract it, right? You have to really, really believe it. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Vampire energy. I will try my best to handle my own issues rather than draining the energies of others around me. I feel like this is more talking about the people that you guys are attracting in, and just needing to set a little bit better boundaries. I think that you all are the ones attracting these energy vampires that sort of leech off of you, who don't really put in the effort in the same way that you do, right? So definitely, again, not a super like rainbows and sunshine month, but you guys are learning a spiritual lesson, which is going to be really great for you in terms of preparing you for better connections in the future. And it's interesting you all are learning a spiritual lesson and you picked the Spirit Quartz. This might be a crystal for some of you guys who picked pile 1 that you want to work with, because it's really good for the third eye chakra, the crown chakra. It's supposed to help with harmony and balance and things like that. So we're going to go ahead and close it out there, pile number 1. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know how this message resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hey there, pile 2. If you all selected the Rose Quartz tumble, this is going to be your reading, tapping into your love life for the month of December. So let's go ahead and kick it off with some tarot cards. So starting off, we have a King of Swords. We have a Lover's card reversed, a Nine of Cups, and a Hierophant card. Okay. And let's pull a couple of these cards. So we've got the Release Your Ex energy coming through, and then we have You Deserve Love. Okay. That's kind of the vibe I was getting with the Lover's card reversed. So for pile 2, so starting off at the very beginning of the month here, King of Swords and the Lover's reversed. I feel like with this King of Swords, you guys are really starting off the month in love, looking at things through a really like logical perspective. It's very much like head over heart. Like we are trying to make maybe a decision about something, or we're just trying to think more clearly about love and really, it's almost like an energy of not really feeling feelings. It's more of an energy of logic, okay? Head over heart, like I was saying. So this could be about like you guys kind of standing in your power, and intuitively I'm feeling like you're making a choice or a decision, or at least reflecting and learning about a connection. Lover's card reverse is typically when we are not in alignment with a partner anymore. So for some of you, I do feel that this is an energy of like breaking up with someone or moving away from a former soulmate connection. For others of you, this could just be an energy of trying to heal from the connection, right? Like I see the King of Swords as being someone that's kind of looking at this connection and the disillusion of it and trying to maybe understand and be more curious about like what went wrong, what went right, what can I learn from this situation when I'm looking at it objectively, and become maybe coming to a place where we're feeling a little bit more neutral about this connection. There's definitely this vibe of wanting to release the past that I'm seeing here as well, and really clear your mind, clear your energy as it pertains to your ex. So for those of you that are wanting to move away from an ex or who are wanting to break up with someone, I definitely see that that is happening in the very beginning of the month of December as the energy stands today. Now moving into the ending of the month here, we have a Nine of Cups in the Hierophant with You Deserve Love. So this is beautiful energy. I definitely see that you guys, especially toward the ending of the month of December, you're feeling really fulfilled just by yourself. Definitely seems like you, at least the way I feel with this group intuitively, it definitely feels like you are the one that wanted this separation. You are wanting joy in your life. You're wanting to move away from an ex or a past love situation, pattern, whatever. And the Nine of Cups is when you're really just like enjoying being in your own company. And I feel like y'all are just single, having a good time, going out there and just doing whatever the hell you want to do. Excuse my language, that just came out, right? This is kind of when we are fulfilling our wishes and we're not really so focused on others. We're more focused on self. And I feel like if you all are trying to heal from a breakup or a really long-term relationship that ended, like this is a really great energy to be in for a while where you can just kind of be selfish, right? And get back to filling up your own cup and focusing on what really makes you happy. Especially if you're used to having to compromise with another, right? So I definitely see like a time of excitement and happiness for you guys for sure toward the ending of the month of December. The Hierophant card here is telling me, I almost feel like you guys have learned maybe a spiritual lesson, or you're like toward the ending of the month, maybe you're seeing the higher lesson or the higher purpose of what the relationship was with your ex. This can also be talking about kind of getting in alignment with your own values when it comes to relationships too. The Hierophant is a spiritual card, right? Like this is when we, are looking at something through a spiritual lens from the higher perspective. Maybe some of you are partnering with some sort of a mentor or like getting spiritual guidance about your love life at the end of the month as well. But I really see this as you guys like reflecting on the lesson, understanding the deeper meaning behind it, and also getting in alignment with your values when it comes to love, right? You deserve love. You are lovable. So maybe in your past relationship in this group, you guys struggled with not feeling like you deserved what you wanted. Maybe you were settling with your last relationship, or maybe this breakup has moved you into a place of now working on self-love, and you're really on that high vibe I see toward the ending of the month here with that Nine of Cups, right? So I think you guys are really in a place of being more discerning when it comes to dating, when it comes to romantic partners, and really getting right with the type of relationship you want to have, the type of values you want to have. I do see that you guys want a committed relationship with the Hierophant card here. You may not necessarily be getting it this month, but because it seems like it's more about healing, but at least you have a very clear idea toward the ending of this month about like what you want and what you don't want. Okay, so let's continue. We have wait. The timing is not quite right. Okay, so you guys may have, for some of you, there could be opportunities out there for you to date. I feel like this group may have someone that is like slightly interested in them, or maybe there are options out there. Maybe this is the ex wanting to reconnect for some of you, but I do feel that you guys are really in this, you're really in this self-focused mindset this month, like really wanting to just be independent and single. And you're recognizing with this King of Swords, like from a logical perspective, while it might be nice to indulge in a relationship or a fling with someone, because Lover's card reverse can also be like a short-term kind of fling energy where you're just like hooking up, but it's not long-lasting. I feel like you guys are actually really trying to make sure you're doing the right thing by whoever this person is that could be interested in you. Recognizing that you're not ready for anything deeper toward the beginning of the month. We also have mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so you all learned a pretty major lesson from this relationship that you're letting go of. And it definitely feels like toward the end with that Hierophant card, you have really been able to master the lesson. You've figured it out. You've unlocked. You have the key now. You have the answer. And we'll get more. I'm going to pull some of these healing cards to see maybe more about what the lesson is for you this month. But this is definitely saying that you've learned the spiritual lesson. Now it's time to release it, let it go, and you can move on to the next. Finally, we have date, meeting someone new, dating, get back out there, plan and set a date. Yeah, you guys, I definitely feel like this group, like, even though you're single, you're still ready to mingle, but I'm not really getting an energy of wanting anything like serious just yet. You know what I mean? I feel like this is a month where y'all are still kind of clearing out the baggage, clearing out the lingering energy of your ex or the previous connection. And maybe you're putting yourself out there, like testing the waters, but not seeing that you're totally like in alignment yet with someone serious, okay? So if you guys are wanting a new relationship, this is actually a really good sign because I feel like you're on the way there. I just kind of see you being in more of this self-focused energy this month while you're dating. So maybe like there's a connection coming in that has potential, but you're recognizing that you're not quite ready for it yet. Because I feel like you're just enjoying yourself so much. So very cool, pile 2. So let's go ahead and see. I'm going to pull some of these healing messages for you, and we're going to see like any guidance or advice that you all need to know about your love life as you are moving through. So for pile 2, guidance or advice from Spirit, what do they need to know about their love life? Okay. Universe, I trust in the laws of karma to balance out the scales of any injustices. Yes. This is really good energy because I think a lot of times when we are trying to get over something, it can be really hard if someone did us wrong and we want that karma. We want to see that it happens. But I feel like you guys are finally in a place of like not caring about it anymore. And you're like, whatever, like my ex, they can do whatever they want. I'm just focusing on me. And I know the universe will give them their karma. I'm focusing on myself. One more. Wishes. I trust what is meant for me will show up at the right moment in my life. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Pile 2, I love this for you. This is like such a hopeful energy. And it's funny because the 9 of Cups is also like the wish fulfillment card. So I really feel you guys are in just like this beautiful place of surrender this month in your love life. And you're really just like allowing the universe to co-create with you and take care of you and not forcing anything. I feel like you guys are just vibing high, like having a great month, just having fun in your own company, having fun getting out there and dating. But there's like no expectations or forcing anything because you're just in a place of knowing like whatever's meant for me will be for me, and it will come whenever I'm ready for it. So beautiful energy, pile 2. Please drop me a comment down below and let me know how this message resonated with you. I always love hearing from you guys in the comments. Thank you all so much, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hey there, pile 3. If you guys selected the pink Himalayan salt, this will be your love life reading for the month of December. So let's go ahead and get started. So beginning of the month here, we've got our 9 of Pentacles with an 8 of Cups reversed, followed by a Page of Cups and the 4 of Coins, or 4 of Pentacles. We also have the energy of free yourself. Okay, makes sense. And we have healing family issues. Okay. So what I'm seeing for you, pile number 3, beginning of the month, I feel like you guys are wanting a little bit more independence from something. It's like this 9 of Pentacles is really a vibe where we're single sometimes, like, or we're just wanting to be in this energy of being more independent and self-sufficient on our own. Like, we make our own money, we can do whatever we want to do, right? Like, we're not necessarily needing support from a love interest or a partner. And I see you guys wanting this, and with free yourself, it's time to take control of your life. I think you're going to be in a place at the beginning of the month where you're feeling really empowered to be more independent and to be more self-sufficient and less needing of support from a love interest, whether you guys are in a relationship or not. But with the 8 of Cups reversed here, I feel like you guys might still be hanging on to a relationship or some sort of an emotional tie with someone, even if it doesn't really serve you 100%, right? Because the 8 of Cups is typically when we are walking away from something that's no longer fulfilling us. And so I think, did I just say fulfilled? Sorry. Those of you who know will know what that's from. But so I think that there could be this energy of like a struggle, right? Because for some of you, you may still feel emotionally tied to someone. And even though you know that the situation isn't really giving you everything you need anymore, you're not fulfilled from it anymore, there's still a little bit of this energy of it lingering and like wanting to stay connected to it. Now, as you move on the month of December, we have the Page of Cups here with the 4 of Pentacles. So the Page of Cups is like when we are maybe receiving some good news from a love interest. I do see this could be for some of you, like if you are still connecting with someone, there's definitely improvements here with the Page of Cups of like continuing with like positive communication. But it's light communication. This is more like a crush. It's like puppy love is what I'm getting. Like when you just have this crush on someone, but it hasn't really super evolved just yet. This could be someone new. This 8 of Cups reversed for some of you could be like an old situation where the Page of Cups might actually be someone new that you're communicating with, and it might feel like you have these little like young puppy love feelings for them, but the communication with a page is always going to be more indirect, right? You have to think about it like the pages are usually the most youthful, right? So this indicates new beginnings, but it also indicates like inexperience. So if you guys do find yourselves connecting with a new person or even with this existing person, I would expect it to be more along the lines of like a little text message every once in a while, like showing that you care, maybe like Instagram DMs, but not a lot of like in-depth, like heart-to-heart, like serious conversations necessarily here. We also have a 4 of Pentacles here. And so I'm getting the vibe with this 4 of Pentacles, again, of like this energy of holding on to something, being afraid to kind of open up and branch out. And I see the reason here has to do with this healing of family issues. So 4 of Pentacles is like sometimes we're a little closed off, right? We're afraid to open up. We're afraid to explore because we're afraid of getting hurt. So for some of you, I do feel that this could be talking about like this previous energy that I'm picking up on here, but it could also be talking about any new energies coming your way. Even though it might feel nice and feel really good, I see that you guys are still sort of like, I don't know, like cloistered away in a sense and not really feeling totally ready to open up all the way to love. This energy can be like talking about healing from the ex or the previous situations that you guys have dealt with. This is also just about like doing self-work, right? Like this talks about your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And for all of us, you know, our parents, they did the best they could with what they had, right? So that means that sometimes we get, you know, things passed down to us on an emotional level that originated with our parents. And so for some of you, you might be coming to this realization that there's a little bit of self-work that needs to happen, going to therapy, maybe exploring any ancestral patterns or traumas that you've inherited and kind of examining how those manifest in your love life. I could see that being a thing as well toward the ending of the month. Let's keep going here. We have a few more cards. Healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. Yes. So this is definitely a month where you all are needing to explore healing. That's coming up multiple times here. So for some of you, you may not even be necessarily in a relationship with someone this month or connecting with anyone this month super seriously from the past, other than this Page of Cups that's coming in. But that maybe this for you this month is more of like an energy of continuing to self-explore, right? Revisit those childhood issues and come up with a plan to heal from them. We also have integrity. Does the situation align with your morals and values? Yeah. I feel like you guys do have someone that's showing interest to you this month, but there does seem to be this level of awareness of not only wanting to be a little bit more independent and not necessarily super connected to someone, but also this energy of healing is coming through really strong, which is making me feel like you guys are aware of the healing that needs to happen here. And so as you guys are connecting with any new people, I think there's a question here of like, am I really ready right now to be connecting with this person? Can I really give them my full self when I know that I have these other focuses in love that I need to be paying attention to? We also have the camera. Reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past. Yes. This is definitely a month, you guys, where it feels like you're reflecting a lot on the past, but reflecting in a way that is productive is what I feel. It's like you're reflecting in a way that is supposed to help you to repair and heal and work on being more independent. And I also think opening up more, like this Four of Pentacles for me, like it's a very closed off energy. And I'm also getting like a little bit of an avoidant energy. Like maybe some of you guys have these opportunities to connect and be in a relationship, but you're avoiding it. Like you're scared. Because that Four of Pentacles is like, you can see that she's looking out of the window and she's like longing for something. Like she's longing for connection, but she's too afraid to actually come out and expose herself, right? So in order to really connect with someone on a deep level, you've got to be willing to be vulnerable. And sometimes you are going to get hurt, but if you don't take the risk, you're never going to know. And so I definitely feel that this is a month where, you know, you all are really trying to learn from the past, right? Like maybe working on, you know, exploring, why am I avoiding it right now? Why am I avoiding opportunities that are being presented to me? Why am I feeling scared? Where does that come from? And maybe even connecting it back to the family. So let's close out your reading by shuffling this Divine Feminine Healing deck, and let's see like what guidance or advice Spirit has for you as you're navigating your love life this month. So for pile 3, okay. Creator, I manifest my own reality with my thoughts and words. Beautiful energy. And one more. Survivor, what has not killed me has only worked in making me a stronger person. Yeah. I think that, you know, this is really speaking to this healing energy that's coming through, you guys. Like, you may have gone through some really tough situations in love or with your family in the past. And this is just about like learning, you know, how to transmute that hurt into making you a stronger person, right? You look at it as growth and evolution. And with the Creator card, you know, this is about making sure that you are, you know, the reality of the situation is that what we think affects how we feel, which then affects our actions, which then affects our results, right? So I think this is about being in alignment with the things that you truly want and making sure that what you're thinking is something that you really feel. So it's like if you want to manifest love in your life, you have to make sure that you're thinking in a way that is going to make you feel like you deserve what you want, right? Like if you think, oh my gosh, I deserve the best, but you don't actually feel that, you're not going to be exuding that energy, if that makes sense. So definitely looks like a really cool month ahead for you in love, pile number 3. It's definitely more of a self-focus, like self-exploration month for you, but this is actually really good to see because if you're able to go through the healing, it brings you one step closer to manifesting the type of relationship you truly deserve and desire. So we're going to go ahead and close it out there, but drop me a comment down below. Let me know how it resonated. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hey there, pile number 4. If you all selected the green Adventurine, this will be your December 2021 Love Life readings. Let's go ahead and start with your tarot cards. So we have a Knight of Coins. We have a 9 of Wands. We have a 5 of Wands. And we have a Chariot card. Okay, interesting. All right, let's get a couple more and then we'll get started. We have playfulness coming in. And we have attraction. Okay. Okay. I feel for you guys, this is a month of taking action in your love life because we have a lot of Wands cards here. And we also have the Chariot card, which is all about taking action. But even though these are action-oriented cards, I kind of feel like the beginning of the month is starting off slow in love. The Knight of Pentacles, like even though we have this playfulness energy here, like this is also kind of a cautious energy in love for me because the Knight of Pentacles is someone that's going to be really, really making sure that whoever they're investing time in, like that they've really invested enough time in getting to know the person before they're going to even think about committing. So it's good because I don't really see commitment on the mind here necessarily at the beginning of the month. Like this playfulness energy is all about bringing more fun into your life in general, so that you can exude more fun in your romantic life. I do feel there's a curiosity here that you guys have though, because this Knight, you can see he's very fixated on this pentacle. He's really looking at it. He's turning it over. So there could be like this curiosity towards someone that you all are exuding at the beginning of the month of December. But with the 9 of Wands here, it's like, I do think that you guys still have a little bit of a wall up or have a little bit of a guard up because this is an energy of still maybe feeling a little bit hurt from the past or feeling a little bit mistrusting of others. Again, like the Knight of Coins is an energy that's not going to just like let their guard down for anyone. Like this is someone that's very practical, very careful. They really want to do things the right way. And so I think that for you guys, like it's about, you want to make sure that you can really trust someone before you're going to just bear all for them, if that makes sense. Now, moving toward the ending of the month, this is kind of interesting because you guys have a 5 of Wands and the Chariot. So this is a lot of energy going on. The 5 of Wands typically talks about conflict, competition. Some of you guys might be dating multiple people, but intuitively, I don't know, like, I don't know if I'm really getting that intuitively for a lot of you because this 5 of Wands is more focused on the individual, right? Like I almost am feeling that there's still a little bit of like an inner conflict that you guys are dealing with or an inner turmoil about someone or something or just your love life in general where you're just feeling, I don't know, like it's this energy of just feeling a little bit like self-protective. Because you see how they're kind of curled up here in the fetal position, right? And it's kind of the same thing with the Knight of Wands. Like the Knight of Wands is very guarded. They have that wand covering them like right in front of them. So it's like, even though y'all might be putting on this front of like, it's not that serious, this is easy, we're just having fun, right? Like, I do think there's still this energy of inner conflict and turmoil going on inside, like feeling mistrustful, feeling conflicted about something. Or for some of you, especially with the Chariot being here, toward the ending of the month, there could be this energy of feeling like you have to compete as well. Like there has to be a victory. And so you're working yourself up on the inside to try to like win something. But with the attraction card here, this is saying you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So I'm feeling like there's a need for you guys, like if you are like resonating with that message of like competition or like this inner turmoil, like what you need to be focusing on this month, Spirit is saying, is having fun. Like living in the moment and having fun and not worrying as much about the outcome or not worrying about having a victory, right? Because love isn't a competition. It's supposed to be an emotional connection with someone. Don't compare yourselves to others. Don't compare yourselves with your love interest. You just need to be having a good time getting to know people. Now, for others of you, I see this Chariot as you guys being almost like laser focused on something or someone. The Chariot card in love would be like, I have my eye on that person and I'm going for that. I'm like full force and nothing is distracting me. So for some of you, this Five of Wands energy is almost like the challenge of being like laser focused to get to this person that you're really into. Chariot is Cancer energy as well, if that resonates. So let's continue. We have forgiveness. Forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. Yeah. I feel like this is sort of like the undertone of some of these other cards we got, pile 4, because it's like y'all are still very much coming across as needing to heal from something, even as you're out there having a good time with dating. And I do feel that this is why we have a little bit more of this cautious energy coming in. We also have a new love or recommitment to love is developing. So yeah, I do think for some of you this month, there's someone that you have your eye on pretty seriously, and you're very fixated on this person. For others of you though, like the new love is also just talking about self, right? Like it could just be simply talking about a recommitment to self and healing, forgiving from the past. Recommitting to what love means to you. And I think a lot of that has to do with these themes of playfulness and attraction, right? Like learning to just like be in the moment and have fun and banter with people and not always having to worry about the outcome of things. We also have the Snake. Look at this. Oh my God, competition. Look over your shoulder at the other woman. Yeah. There's definitely this energy of competing coming into your love reading, pile 4. So I don't know if you guys are competing with like a love interest or if you're competing with like comparing yourself to other people and like comparing your progress versus their progress. Excuse me, but there's certainly this energy of like it feels like the energy feels very like powerful. Like with all the wands and the Chariot, like this Chariot card is like really driven energy. So I'm not sure, like you'll have to let me know, what is this competition about, please? Are you competing with your partner about something? Are you guys competing with friends about dating? Like how does that happen in your love life? I don't know. So let's go ahead and see. We're going to shuffle these Divine Feminine Healing cards and just get some advice for you for your love life this month. So for pile 4, please, Spirit, what guidance or advice do my pile 4 viewers need with regards to their love life? I just got the message that this competition might be playful competition too. Like banter, tit for tat, like playful energy. You know what I mean? It may not necessarily be a bad thing. The way that I was reading it felt a little bit like I was saying before, just like really powerful. Not bad, but just like really forceful. But for some of you, this might actually be like a new person that you have like a fun like banter with. But let's get your advice. So we have awareness. I'm aligned with my purpose coming in. That makes a lot of sense with that Knight of Coins, because the Knight of Coins would be someone that's aligned with their purpose, right? Like they're very enlightened about where they're going and why, and they have a practical plan on how they're going to get there. So I also think for you guys, like making sure that when you're dating this month, like whoever this is you're connected with, that they are in alignment with you and your higher purpose as well. Oop, hold on. Let's get one more for pile 4. Worry. Worrying does nothing but disempower me. I choose to accept whatever outcome is for my highest good. Yes, you guys, like, oh my gosh, look at this at the bottom of the deck. Lanes. I do not compare myself to other people on this journey of life. I stay in my own lane and let others do the same. You see, there is a darker side to this competition energy that's coming through, you guys. Wow, that is such an amazing synchronicity. I'm going to pull this up front so y'all can see it. The worry card coming through is definitely like making sense with that 9 of Wands and the 5 of Wands energy that I was picking up on. I think that there is overwhelmingly this playfulness and attraction coming in is like what Spirit is wanting you to do with your love life. They're wanting you to just live in the moment, have fun, and not worry so much about what the outcome is going to be. Because when you're always focused on the outcome, especially when you're first starting to get to know somebody, like if you're only focusing on what's going to happen in the future, you're not living in the present. You know, you're not really showing up as your best self to get to know them and to really immerse yourself in that experience. It's like because you're so preoccupied over what might happen later, the bad things that can go wrong. You know what I mean? So there's a need here to release that energy and not compare yourself to other people. For some of you, I'm wondering if there's like a family member or like, I don't know if you all watched the 90 Day Fiancé show, but I'm thinking of like the twins, Darcy and Stacy, and how they're always like competing with each other with love and relationships and always trying to like one up each other. And it's just like, it's so bad. Like, it's just not it's not good vibes. So I don't know if you guys have someone else in your life that's trying to compete, like instigate with you like that when it comes to love. But there's definitely a clear message here around like letting go of the competition and just focusing on you and what you have going on, because you have a lot of cool stuff to focus on this month. All right, pile 4. So I'm going to go ahead and close it out there, but I would really be curious to hear how this message resonated with you. So please drop me a comment down below and let me know. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to view today's reading, and I will see you in the next one.